We are live. What's going on, everybody? This is King Ju. Today, with another episode of King Ju Talks. Today, I want to talk about some things that I think would maybe make the world a better place, maybe make life easier if either purged or erased. So, with that being said, the title of this episode will be If We Rule the World. We, as in the citizens, and not the the people at the top, the government, whatever. So, without further ado, I need y'all to sit back. I need y'all to grab a snack and let's go ahead and chat about this. So, I'm gonna start with a couple of things that I think would maybe make life easier if we didn't have. I'm gonna start with maybe a couple of little knick-knack things here and there. Then I'm gonna get more in depth into more bigger things that would actually make the world a better place, in my personal opinion. That is. So, first, I'm gonna start with one that pretty much speaks for itself, and that is bills. Nobody likes paying bills. I think it's bullshit. I mean, I can see paying some bills, like, okay, maybe the car note. I mean, yeah, rent, mortgage. Okay, I can get that. But why do we have to pay bills for renewable resources? And when I say renewable resources, things that the world can produce on its own, things that we already have in abundance of. Water bill and electric bill, more specifically. And I mean, maybe a gas bill too. Maybe we can talk about that at another time. But yeah, water bills, gas bills, light bills, especially the water bills, though, man. Water is a renewable resource, so why in the hell should we pay for something that we should really be getting for free? I don't know. I don't get it. And especially out here in New Orleans with sewage and water board, it's just, man, they've been under investigation for years now. It seems like they're always under investigation for something. Charging people the wrong amount, overcharging people, charging deceased people. That shit is crazy. I don't know if y'all heard, but sewage and water board, yeah, they were actually under some really deep fire for sending a bill to a customer that was deceased. So it's like, damn, how the fuck do y'all, the lady's gone from the earth and y'all still trying to charge her for water that she can't even use no more. But yeah, that, I don't know. But in any case, and y'all know I got the notes. Got to keep the notes to keep me on track. So I'm gonna start with a couple of other small ones, and like I said, I'm gonna work my way up into more dangerous territory, I guess you can say. We're gonna start with things that I feel like if eradicated would be better, and then we'll get into more things that I feel like if invented would be better. Starting with things that are like, pretty much everyday inconveniences. We have uh, traffic jams, of course. I mean, hell, we've all been in a traffic jam. Your nerves get bad. You want to go, but you can't go. You're stuck because motherfuckers can't drive, and it's a pain in the ass. Spam calls and spam emails. I mean, hell, we get those every fucking day. I get at least 3 or 4 of them bitches a day. Like, it's ridiculous. And then no matter what email you make, you can make a brand new email, and like in a week's time, you gonna have spam in that shit. Hell, even staying on spam, even my last stream, I had the live chat. I had spam bots in my fucking chat. So I'm like, damn, road rage, that can kind of go hand in hand with traffic jams, but I'm a victim of road rage. I honestly, people just can't drive nowadays. And especially again, out here in New Orleans, people can't drive when it's clear outside. So when it rains, it's even worse. Like it's 10 times worse. You could say maybe social media trolls, but I mean, that you can't really do nothing about that. Fake news and misinformation and gossip, maybe. I hate rumors, but at the same time, rumors can sometimes bring the attention that you need to further yourself as a brand or as a person, really. Uh, let's see. Then there's also things like long lines. Hell, long lines they suck too. Annoying ads for your YouTube videos, but I mean, there's ways around that too. You can download ad blockers, or you can just get YouTube Premium, like I have. Bad breath, yeah, nobody likes bad breath. Like, brush your fucking teeth, do what you got to do. Stop eating all that junk food. Yeah, Monday blues, huh? Yeah, ain't nothing you can do about the Monday blues. Hell, it just is what it is. It ain't but 24 hours. You ain't gonna die. Let's see. Let's see. There's a lot of things that I have on here, but I'm not gonna read all of these off because it's just too much shit. It's way too much shit. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this. Let's see. Let's see. All right, I think we can get into the more uncharted territories, the more things that would not only make everyday life less inconvenient, but things that would make the world itself a better place, in my opinion. Starting with violence. Cooler heads don't typically prevail as much as I think they should. I really think that violence and war, even more specifically, just everyday violence, like in our communities, in our cities, in our states, I just think violence is never really the answer for anything, honestly. But I mean, I can understand. Well, you know what? I can't even understand it because there's no reason to kill anybody. Nobody has any reason to kill anybody. I mean, it's just a vortex of negativity that surrounds us, and it's honestly, I don't really see where it'll end. I mean, everybody's always talking about, oh, when is it gonna end? Oh, the violence got to stop. But it's like you go back to the same shit you do after the shit, and you only say that because somebody that was close to you died, like one of your family members. But I feel like if you're gonna say that, keep that same energy. I like, for me personally, I feel like there's no resolution to violence. There really isn't. I mean, all it's gonna do is take the lives of millions of people, break up families, and then it's just gonna keep going because people nowadays they don't believe in just letting shit go. Like it's always, eye for an eye. Like if you kill somebody that I like or that I fuck with, then now I gotta do you. And it never ends because it's like once you do me or once you hurt me, then somebody that I love is gonna come after you. And I don't want that because we have enough negativity in this world as it is. And it's like I'm not trying to kill nobody. Like y'all know, I'm not trying to kill nobody. I make it known on my social medias all the time. Like yes, I do have firearms. I have plenty of them, but you would never know that because I don't go around flashing my shit trying to scare people. Like I have it in the hopes that I never have to use it against anybody. It's strictly for protection, not intimidation. And people that I feel like have that shit for intimidation, you're either one, you're scared, or you're looking for conflict. And if you're looking for conflict, if you're the type that likes to walk around and look for conflict, then I can't respect you. Like I can't hang around people like that because I have a family I have to worry about. I'm trying not to digress too much, but yeah, violence and even wars. I mean, that's kind of political, so I'm not really going to get into the war aspect of it. But just everyday violence that plagues our communities. I really wish it would stop, but I mean, hey, that's a conversation in itself. Honestly, maybe I'll save that for another episode. Next on my list is poverty. Getting rid of poverty will give everybody a fair shot to really thrive in this community, to contribute like they need to. And I feel like poverty can be ended with, honestly, let's take a couple of $1 million, if that, and poverty is done. I mean, hell, we have the resources. There's no fucking excuse for that. We have the resources. We just choose not to use them like we should. Um, That'll get rid of homelessness. That'll actually clean up our streets. Honestly, nobody will be starving anymore. But we know the people at the top, they choose to use they don't they have the resources. Like I said, we have the resources, we have the money. They just choose to use it on different shit that doesn't really matter. But again, that's more political. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. Next on my list would be racism, discrimination, and prejudice. We all know that shit ain't never going away until as long as there is multiple races on this earth. As long as there are multiple races on this earth, there will always be a chance for racism. There's always going to be discrimination. There's always going to be prejudice. Fortunately, I don't see it going away. I mean, God, it would make life 10 times better, especially for like people like me, like black people who face the shit literally every fucking day. And yes, we do face it every day. To anybody who's listening or watching and you feel like we don't face the shit, no, you're fucking wrong. We face the shit every day, whether you want to believe it or not, directly or indirectly. And even if you go on Twitter nowadays or X, whatever the hell you want to call the shit, X's algorithm has been set up to where it only shows negative videos of black folks. Every time I go in there, there's something with, oh, a black person fighting somebody or some fight going off or something that makes something negative that a black person is doing, robbing a store, whatever the case may be. And in that comment section, and I kid y'all not, 90% of the comment section is some racist bot, some racist AI account, burner account, saying some stupid shit. And there's no way around it. And it really started when Elon took over Twitter and changed it to X. And I hate to say that he's the reason for it. I hate to say he's turning a blind eye to it, but he kind of is. I mean, it just is what it is. Last on my list is, and I kind of brought this up earlier, the littering, pollution and environmental destruction. And when I say pollution, I mean like dumping shit into our oceans and into the waters, the bodies of water. Hell, it even starts with just simple littering, honestly, because it shit just grows up, it builds up and it builds up, and then it overflows into places that it doesn't need to be into, and all of that shit spreads. So it's like it's once it gets in the water, hell, that's that's pretty much that. I'm not gonna get too deep into that either. Maybe save that for another one. I might do that. I'm gonna move on to the next one though. This one is kind of a long shot. The next one on my list is preventable diseases. Uh, or having something that prevents diseases from happening. I mean, you know, hopefully we don't get canceled with this one. Half of us kind of know that the government is probably holding on to a cure for cancer and a cure for AIDS or something like that, but they're not going to release it because just like that episode of Family Guy, I forgot what it was, but Carter Pewterschmidt, he had the cure for cancer. It was something Z or some shit like that. He nicknamed it something. It was basically a cure for AIDS or cure for cancer, I think. And he literally said, why release something that's going to basically stop whatever you have when you can just treat it for however long that person is alive and then build them along the way. So, I mean, hell, if that ain't greed, I don't know what the fuck is. But hell, having a world where we don't have no HIV, no AIDS, no cancers, like, dude, we would have so many more people alive today if we didn't have these diseases. But that's one of those things that probably will never get a cure for. Or, like I said, if there is one, it's being hidden from us normal folk. Moving on to human trafficking and modern day slavery, which, yes, still exists to this day. Again, for my viewers, my other viewers, or whoever watches this video, yes, human trafficking is a thing. It is a bad, is really fucking bad right now. Modern day slavery is a thing. Slavery has never gone away. It's only been repackaged to different things. Modern day slavery, hell, you can say these corporations like Amazon and UPS who basically slave out their workers. It's literally a fucking pecking order. Like you're at the bottom of the pecking order, doing the most work, getting paid the least amount, and you get promoted to a manager. You're still doing some work, and you get a little bit more. The motherfuckers at the top be on drugs all fucking day and cheating on their wives and shit, having affairs with all of the workers and shit. That's getting paid damn near 10 times what you're getting, and just to sit on their ass and snort cocaine. Yeah, that's what the fuck happens. You think it don't happen? Look that shit up. I'm telling you, that shit happens. But yeah, human trafficking, something honestly, yeah, that's something that's really, really fucking bad right now. And it's I matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I heard something on social media where it was like people are dropping like $100 bills on the ground, but they're lacing those bills with different, date drugs and shit. Like some of them are lacing them with fentanyl. Some of them are lacing them with different things that'll knock you out so they can do what they got to do. And women, all my women out there, my sisters, just be really, really careful because you never know what the fuck is going on nowadays. Just don't accept no drinks from nobody. Don't watch the bartender make your shit. Don't even let the bartender turn his back to you while he making your shit. Just be careful out there, y'all. It's scary. It's really fucking scary, and they're trying to sweep the shit under the rug. People that do it, like, you really hardly. I mean, you start to see shit come out now, but at the rate that it's happening compared to the rate that people are actually getting caught doing, it's fucking scary. Like people are getting away with this shit a lot more than you think. Moving on to corruption, which that can go hand in hand with really anything on here: presentable diseases, human trafficking, modern day slavery, let me see. Discrimination, poverty, pollution, all of that shit falls under, honestly, can fall under corruption because the people at the top, like I just said, they're literally running this shit like they want to run it. Like all of these corporations, like even starting with just in this city, Entergy and Sewage and Water Board gotta be the most corrupt motherfuckers in this city. Why in the hell, again, why are you sending a water bill to somebody that's deceased? Like, what the fuck kind of sense does that make? Especially when y'all have been under investigation for so long. You were under investigation before it happened. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, companies like Amazon, UPS, Walmart, really any corporation that treat their workers like numbers instead of actual people, it's all corruption. It starts at the top. Again, the people that snort cocaine and having affairs with their wives, don't know what the fuck their children doing, don't even know their children's names sometimes. It's like, oh hey, but or hey sport, I gotta go to work, and you don't see him for the rest of the day. So I mean, hey, I'm laughing, but this shit really does happen. It undermines trust in institutions. It prevents resources from reaching those who need them the most. Because if I gotta go through ABC to get the XYZ, ABC is gonna make this shit as tough as they can possibly get it. They don't want me to make it to XYZ. And I'm just using that as an analogy. Y'all can piece that together however you see fit. These are definitely the most important ones. There's other ones that I'm not going to really get too much into, but I am going to name them out. Economic inequality, which can honestly fall, really, that can fall under corruption as well, and as well as discrimination, because again, the shit does happen. Illiteracy, weapons of mass destruction. That's the last two. Illiteracy is a big thing though, and that can fall under shit. Now that I think about it, corruption is the biggest thing. That's probably the biggest thing that, if eradicated, would make the world a better place. Because even in, I'm gonna go back to the literacy for a second. All of that shit is because of the corruption from the public school system. Again, I'm gonna use New Orleans as an example again. I'm not gonna get too much into. I'm not gonna name names either. One of the superintendents that used to work for the city of New Orleans school board, she quit, and they paid her all kinds of money to basically not say anything. And the shit does happen, y'all. Like it's to the point where it's like these kids are not being taught what they need to be taught. It's a certain curriculum that the teachers have to stick to. The kids don't give a shit. The parents give even less of a shit because they're looking at the teachers to basically teach the kids and raise them. And then it's like, even if your child doesn't learn what they need to learn, they're still going to be moved on to the next grade because of the age thing. And I don't like that, because it's like, if you're in eighth grade, you're reading at a fucking third grade level, you shouldn't be in eighth grade, because reading is comprehension. Reading is, what is that word? Reading is comprehension. Like, that's one of the most important things. You, if you can't read, like, what the fuck can you do? It starts young. These kids nowadays are not being taught like they're supposed to be taught. They get to a certain age and it's just like, oh, whatever. And then the parents are like, oh, I'm gonna send them to school. Really, honestly, the parents only send these kids to school because they need a break. And I'm just, this could be, might be a controversial take, but I'm standing on that. Some of these parents, some of y'all parents, y'all sending y'all kids to these schools. Y'all don't give a shit what they doing. You just care that they out chill here for 8 hours, and that's fucked up, because that's still your kid at the same time. Like, you're raising a dumbass. You're literally raising a dumbass, and it's like, you can't expect the teachers to do every fucking thing for y'all. Like, they're still your child at the end of the day. It's a team effort. Every, that saying, it takes a village, like, that shit is true, especially in our, amongst black people. That shit is true, but y'all don't believe in that type of shit though, and it's sad. It's really fucking sad. But yeah, that's pretty much the things that I think should be eradicated. Now I'm gonna move on to a couple of things, like, if invented, I think would make life easier. And again, I'm gonna start with some smaller things that would make life less inconvenient, and then get more into things that would make the world as a whole a better place. It's gonna kind of go hand in hand with the eradication thing. So just, we're gonna get that. Starting with, let's see, what is a good one to start with? Flying cars? Nah, because motherfuckers can't drive on land, so it's gonna be even worse if they start flying. A mental health reset device. If I am over here tripped out beyond my mind, I'm over here, my anxiety is way up here, my depression is way down here. If I had a button that I can just press and be like, okay, I'm good now, that would be fucking lovely. It would help even more so for all of my people that have different not diseases, different conditions like BDP and uh anger issues and things like that. That would help out so much. Just, hey, press the button, press, I'm good now. I no longer want to kill nobody, or I no longer want to kill myself. Different things like that. That would be great though. That would really be great. That would solve a lot of issues with, especially in our community, people that choose not to go get the help that they want to get. They just, because they're nervous or they're embarrassed for whatever reason. And just to digress a little bit, y'all, don't ever be embarrassed to get help. Like, it's, you're not less of a man or less of a woman if you need to get professional help. I'd rather you get it and it make you better down the line than you hold on it and just you get worse over the years. So get the help that y'all need, y'all. But back on track. Hell, there's a couple of things on here. Internet for all. Maybe so. I mean, hell, that would kind of eliminate the need for fucking internet providers like Cox and AT&T, speaking of, Cox is charging me damn near $200 a month for fucking internet, but that's the only people that's out here, and I'm not getting no goddamn AT&T because they don't have what I need. So yeah, internet for all would help, especially our streamers and our gamers and things like that. And I also game too, so that would help me a whole hell of a fucking lot. A teleportation booth would pretty much, oh man, that would pretty much eliminate the need for a vehicle. Hell, I'm going to shit. I could go into the booth right now in New Orleans and end up in goddamn Georgia somewhere. Hell, I'm cool with it, and then go right back. That will limit, like I said, that'll save 6 whole hours at least. So that, hell, who knows? An instant learning device or something that can scan your face and all of a sudden you know exactly what you want to study. So, for example, if you want to learn algebra or calculus, something like that, you know, you get the device, you type in yada 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 algebra 101 or some shit like that. It scans your face, kind of like those futuristic things do, and all of a sudden, hell, you're a fucking mathematician. Who knows? Or anything for that matter. A 3D housing printer. Now, how fucking convenient would it be to print out a house right then and there? Not only can you end homelessness, think about it. Like, you can end homelessness. There'd be no mortgages. You could put it wherever you want. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't put it anywhere you want, but obviously, you would probably get that location approved first. Hell, the only thing with that is don't let the goddamn banks get a hold to that type of shit because they will use that shit and they will, man, yeah. Maybe I'm thinking kind of, I'm kind of second guessing the housing printer because, okay, let's just say hypothetically speaking, the banks don't get a hold to this shit. It's just amongst the citizens. Then yeah, you could end homelessness. You could get your shit wherever you want, as big as you want, as small as you want. That eliminated the need for a mortgage. Save a whole bunch of money. Now this is a good one right here. A universal language translator. Especially out here again in New Orleans with so many people speaking so many different languages, especially like we have all of our Hispanics out here that speak Spanish. We have people that speak French. Hell, in Michoud, we got our folks out there that speak Vietnamese. So just having one universal language translator that can instantly translate any language so everyone can communicate. Hell, it can be in the form of an earbud or maybe on your phone, something. I know we have Google Translate, so I mean, we kind of have something similar already, but it wouldn't be to the level of a universal language translator. That's something that would instantly do it right then and there. And hell, you can speak your own language. So, like, if I'm telling, somebody that speaks Vietnamese that I want, that, if I say hello or something like that, and it goes to them that says whatever hello is in Korean, or if I'm talking to one of my Hispanic workers and I tell them hello, it'll translate. I'm saying hello, but they're hearing hola, or vice versa. They telling me hola, I'm hearing hello. It would make a lot of shit a lot easier. Let's see. Self cleaning oceans. Yeah, that kind of falls into the pollution. Like I said, y'all, I got a shit ton on here, but I'm not about to read all of this because that's gonna take forever. All right, here's a good one for my big backs. Two good ones for my big backs actually. Starting with guilt-free donuts. So let's say donuts are a pretty addicting thing. I mean, I don't fuck with them like that because it's just way too much sugar. But imagine if we had a donut that was actually healthy for us, that still tasted like a donut, but instead of it being like fucking diabetes in the form of a circle, it's actually healthy for us. Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If it was healthy for us, I eat that shit every fucking morning. I ain't got no shame. And on the flip side, never ending pizza. So like a bottomless pit of pizza. It's always hot. It's always crispy. It's always fresh. That, on the other hand, I don't think I'm gonna fuck with. But hey, we got some pizza lovers out there. Y'all might like it better than me. I personally ain't fucking with that. They got a couple more on here that I'm gonna list out. I got all of these. I got some of these from like Reddit users and some of these from Chat GPT. Like I said, I'm only gonna read like maybe three more and then I'm gonna get more into some different, more dangerous territory. I hate to use that, but that's kind of what I'm using. For all my flyers out there that travel a lot, wouldn't it be nice if you had a jet lag eliminator? Like, I mean, we have jet lag pills now, but they don't really work as good as they should. Or hell, you can take one jet lag and you be good for the rest of your life. Especially the ones, like I said, the ones that fly a lot. Maybe so. I mean, like I said, we already kind of have something like that, but there's always room for improvement. Ooh, for all my homeowners out there, self cleaning floors, floors that vacuum and mop themselves. Now imagine how much time that would save. How much time, headache, money, all that shit. Imagine how much that would save. No more mops, no more vacuums, no more brooms, none of that shit. You ain't gotta worry about it. You spill something on your floor, all of a sudden that shit is gone. And an automatic dish cleaner. No more detergent or whatever you use. No more cleaning solution, dish liquid, whatever. No more sinks. Well, I mean, probably still sinks. I take that back. No more cleaning solution. No more Brillo pads that scratch up your hands and shit. No more cleaning rags. I mean, hell, just put it in there. That's it. Especially if they could clean anything on any surface. Yeah, yeah. Immediate cop. Let's see. Forget me not key finder. That's just a little nickname for it. If you put something like this on your keys, I mean, we kind of have air tags right now. We already kind of have something like this. But if you can make something that like a phone case with it on there, that way you don't never lose your phone, or something you can stick in your wallet so you never lose your wallet again, or something you could put on your keys so you never lose your keys again. Like I said, I know we already have um, the air tags and they have things like that, but like I said, there's always room for improvement. There's always something that can be done better. Let's see. Oh, a pocket vacation. Now imagine if you had the vacation of your dreams in your pocket. You just pull that bitch out, and all of a sudden you in Jamaica or you in Thailand or the Bahamas or something like that. Instead of having to pay thousands of dollars to get there, and then not only that, you still got to buy your plane ticket. You still got to wait. You still got to fly. You still got to land. You might have to get on another plane to fly again. Because the last time we went, when me and my wife went to Jamaica for our honeymoon, we went from New Orleans to Atlanta, and then from there we had to board another plane from Atlanta to Jamaica. And what's crazy is going back to the jet lag thing. We had two different time zones that we had to get to because New Orleans and Jamaica are on the same time zone, believe it or not. But Atlanta, well, as y'all know, is an hour ahead. We had to when we go from New Orleans to Atlanta, we're an hour ahead. Then we go from Atlanta to Jamaica, we're now back to the same time zone, an hour back. So it was confusing as fuck at first, but yeah, I got used to it real quick. Let's see. Let's see. I have different things on here. I have a personal DJ, a mini roller coaster, weather on demand. If I had that, I would stick with fall weather or winter weather, honestly, the whole time. I hate summer. Whoever invented summer, you need your ass whipped a few times. Hell, I didn't. Even rainy days, I wouldn't mind that. A time freeze button. I mean, yeah. A pet translator. I said a mini roller coaster already. A zero gravity room. Just float around like a dumbass, huh? All right, y'all. Let's get into more deeper topics. Now, these go hand in hand with, the things that I feel like if eradicated would make the world a better place. So I'm gonna start with a universal disease eradicator. Like I said, if we can live into a world where there's no cancer, no HIV, no major diseases, so that would eliminate hell, eliminating cancer itself would eliminate ovarian cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, colon cancer. What other cancers they got? Brain cancer, skin cancer, all of that shit. Just oof, that's it. An unlimited clean energy source. Now, if we had free energy today, obviously that would eliminate the need for corrupt corporations such as Entergy. Really wouldn't have a need for them because if it's unlimited, that means we're not paying light bills anymore. Which God, that would fucking make the world so much easier. But yeah, unlimited clean energy source. I already talked about the global translator and something that can clean our oceans, of course, because like I said, oceans. I mean, hell, the pollution in the ocean is just ridiculous, y'all. Especially like toward the bottom, like all of the people that have passed away, those corpses are probably still down there. You got probably the corpses of different marine life that's still down there. You have shipwrecked items. You have all kinds of shit down there. Last on my list is going to be, of course, a food replicator. Now, not only for the big bags out there, but for our homeless people that, don't really have the food to eat and the kids that are starving. If we had a food replicator that can make unlimited food, hell, that eliminates one of the world's major problems right there, world hunger. So that's pretty much all I got for y'all today, y'all. This was a pretty fun topic. I mean, it was a fun yet serious topic because, like I said, there are a lot of things that make the world pretty fucking inconvenient. There's a lot of things that I think will make the world a better place. I think a lot of the problems we have nowadays, it starts at the top, but the shit trickles down to us. So it's like we're affected even either directly or indirectly by everything that goes on in the world. So just these couple of changes would hell, this would make the biggest difference. Even one of these changes would probably make the biggest difference. And if I had to choose one off top, would definitely be something to end all of our diseases, because that shit is a plague in our community. Like I've lost family members to cancer, and I've lost friends to diseases and things like that. And it's sad to deal with, but it's an unfortunate thing. Again, like I said, hey, who knows? The people at the time might be hiding the cure for this type of shit and just not doing it. But I ain't gonna say that too much more because I don't need nobody looking for me. That's all I got today, y'all. Next episode streaming next Wednesday, and I will catch y'all next time.